Hey guys, in this video I will show you how we can create a RAID 1 on Ubuntu 20.04. So basically I am going to use here two hard drive of 50 GB each. So I will create two partition on those hard drives. One will be the boot partition and another will be the root partition, and I will install the Ubuntu 20.04 in that. So here I am booting. Continue without updating. I will choose English US. Okay, done. And I will not do any network setting right now, so I'll just make it done. I will not set any proxy here because I'm not going to update anything before installation. I will keep it default and done. Here I have to change now the boot partition. I have to set up two partition here, so I'll choose this custom storage layout option from the bottom here and done. Now here you can see I have used two hard drive of 50 GB each, so I will create two partition in each hard drive, one boot partition and another is root partition for my operating system. So first of all I have to use as boot device this hard drive. Similarly the other hard drive I'll use it as another boot device, right? So now I'll create the partition on first drive. I'll use add GPT partition. Then here I have to specify the size. Say 10 GB will be sufficient for my boot partition, so I will use 10 GB here, 10 space G. This is the way to write actually, you cannot write in other way, 10 space G. And here one important thing is that we should not format the partition at this time. We should leave it as unformatted, otherwise we will not be able to create another partition on another hard drive with the same partition name. So another partition I'll create here. For the root partition I'll use the rest of the space, the whole space, or I'll use, let's say, 30 GB, because I also want to have one more partition for swap. So I'll use 30 GB for root. I'll create a 30 GB partition here, and rest 9 GB I'll use as a swap. So I'll use whole 9 GB now, 9.99 GB. I'll keep it as it is, and here I'll use swap, and then I'll create. I will repeat the same thing in the other hard drive. Yes, I'll create one partition for boot that will be 10 GB of size. I will leave it unformatted, so from this format I will leave unformatted. I'll create it. I will create one more partition here, and that will be the root partition. I will take 30 GB for that, so 30 space G. Yes, and I'll leave it unformatted for now, and then I'll use create. And similarly I will use another hard drive, another partition here for swap. I'll keep the rest of the space as a swap, so I'll keep it empty. And next I'll select swap from here, and then create. Now you can see I have two partitions in each hard drive, 10 GB, 30 GB, right? 10 GB, 30 GB. I also have two swap partitions. So now I'll move to create the RAID. So I'll choose this option from here, create software RAID, empty. Now here I have to specify the RAID name. I will keep it as MD0 default. I'm going to use RAID 1 here, so I will use 1. I would select two partitions of 10 GB because these both partition are going to be used as a boot partition, single partition. So I'll use create. So I have created one drive here. You can see the drive MD0 is available here now. Yeah, this one. So I will create one more RAID device. I'll go here, create. Okay, so from here I'll choose my both 30 GB partitions. I'll combine both of these and I'll use create. Yeah. So I have created two partitions, two RAID partition, MD1 and MD0. One is 10 GB, another is 30 GB. It is showing 9.99 or 29.98, but yeah, it's ultimately 10 GB or 30 GB. So here I have to specify the partition now. For 30 GB I'll use root as a mount point. Okay, and for this 10 GB I'll use boot as a mount point. So I'll go add GPT partition. Here I'm keeping empty because I have to use full space. So boot is already there, so I'll just use create. Now you can see my partition table. I have root partition, boot partition. Both these partition are RAID partitions, and I have two other partitions. Those are swap partitions. Now I'll do done. Before doing this, I'll show you one more time the partition table. Root partition, boot partition, both are there and both are on RAID. And then done. Yes, I want to continue, so I'll use continue. I will fill up my details here. Server name, let's keep it as a RAID server or something. Or server. The username I'll keep it with my name. Okay. And here I'll choose some password. Yeah. And then I press done. Install OpenSSH because I'm using this server remotely from outside, so I have to enable this during the session. So done. Yeah. I don't want to install any package right now, so git empty and then done. Yes, installation has started now. Installation will take little time actually, so I just want to show you that after installation how you can see your partitions are created or not. Okay, the installation will take some time I think, so I'll just fast forward this and take you to the next booting screen. Alright, so I have just rebooted my device and logged in with my username. So here I will use mdadm command to see my RAID configuration. This command is to manage, I will use sudo also. This command is to manage the MD devices with this detail and then dev slash md0. md0 is my device, first device, that is boot partition, sorry. So now you can see that this partition is in RAID 1 and both my drives are active and working, and this partition is of 10 GB. Similarly for MD1 I'll check it also, so I'll make it MD1 and then yes, you can see both partitions are working and active. It shows 32 GB or 30 GB something. I'll use another command, or maybe the same command with another switch. mdadmin test query, yeah, query /dev /md0. Yes, now you can see this partition is in RAID 1, two devices are used, and For other MD1, this partition is also on RAID 1 and 2 devices are used in this partition also. So some